I always thought scary summer vacation stories was something on TV or online. It was definitely not what I was expecting when I turned 13 and got out for the summer. But boy, was I shocked at how terrifying it became. To the point I still get chills about it even today. I was 13 when my parents surprised my sister and me with a cruise for summer break. School had just ended in May, and we were heading to the Caribbean for 7 nights. It was supposed to be the perfect family vacation. Buffets, swimming pools, arcades. I remember how excited I was stepping onto that massive ship, not knowing that by the end, I'd be begging to leave it. The first weird thing happened the first night. I woke up around 2 a.m. to the sound of someone knocking softly on our cabin door. When I got up to check the peephole, no one was there. But down the hallway, I saw a man in a dark jacket just standing still, facing our room. I didn't say anything to my parents. I thought maybe I was just tired, or it was a crew member doing rounds. Looking back on it now, it seems pretty ridiculous that a crew member would just be standing in the hallway like that, ominously at nighttime. But hey, I was 13 at the time. I wasn't thinking. The next morning at breakfast, my little sister Ava swore she saw someone standing on our balcony in the middle of the night. Our cabin was on the 8th floor, so no one could just climb up there. My mom brushed it off and said Ava was probably dreaming. But I noticed my dad look uneasy for the first time. That night, I locked the balcony door myself. There was something overwhelmingly haunting about her story, as if I wanted to stay up and look at the balcony at nighttime and see if he was really there, or if she had just made it all up in a dream or something stupid. By day 3, things got worse. A boy, close to my age, went missing. The staff made an announcement that he hadn't shown up for any meals and wasn't in his room. I overheard 2 employees whispering that the surveillance cameras on his hallway had glitched out during the exact time he vanished. Everyone was nervous, but the cruise continued like normal. Music, drinks, kids in the pool. But I noticed more and more people walking around with dead stares, like they weren't fully there. On the 4th night, I stayed out late at the arcade and took a wrong turn back to our cabin. I ended up in an area marked crew only, but the door had been left open. I was about to turn around when I heard sobbing, faint, muffled crying coming from somewhere below. I froze, straining to hear. Then a loud clanging noise rang out, like someone hitting metal with a pipe, and the sobbing stopped. A second later, the lights in that hallway flickered, and I ran like hell. When I finally got to our room, I quickly locked and double-checked the lock on our door. A cold chill running up and down me now, just thinking of that missing kid, and I could have been next. Here with all this happening, I didn't tell anyone, I don't know why. Something about the cruise made me feel like talking about it would only make things worse, like someone was listening, watching. On night 5, I had a nightmare being pulled underwater by something with long, pale arms. When I woke up, my bed sheets were damp, soaked actually, like I had been dipped in the pool. I asked Ava if she spilled something, and she said, no, but I heard splashing near your bed before I woke up. By the 6th day, my parents were on edge. My dad kept making phone calls that got cut off mid-sentence. My mom snapped at a waiter for bringing us the wrong drink, something she never does. That night, during the cruise party on the upper deck, I saw the same man from the first night. He was standing near the edge of the ship, staring straight at me, not moving, not blinking. I turned away to get my parents' attention, but when I looked back, he was gone. That night, we packed our bags. My dad didn't wait for the last day. He said we'd figure something out at the next port, but we never got that far. A storm hit. Roughest night of the trip. Power went out around 11 p.m. Didn't come back until sunrise. In the dark, I could hear footsteps pacing just outside our cabin door. No one dared open it. The moment the ship docked the next morning, we were among the first people to leave. Weeks later, back home, my dad got a letter in the mail with no return address. Inside was a photo of our family on the deck, taken during the cruise. But the creepiest part? The man in the dark jacket was standing just a few feet behind us. None of us remember him being there. Not during the picture, not during the trip. But somehow he followed us into that frame, and maybe worse.